Over the past few weeks, we've given you some snippets of what's to come in the future of our church. We talked a little bit about our return to Gardyne in the new year, as well as some exciting developments around our Sunday night service at our West End location, St Mark's Church. That's the building we currently meet in, by the way. But I wanted to take a moment to take a step back, look at the bigger picture and see how all of these different pieces fit together, and understand why we're making some of these important decisions to branch out into different locations. Hopefully you'll remember at the start of the year we talked about our refreshed vision for Gate Church International, to grow people and to bring Christ into our communities. But we didn't just pull that out of thin air. That was based on years of planning and prayer and prophetic words. And some of those were specifically about reaching people across multiple locations. One person even said that we would reach people across 33 different locations. That's big. So that vision of growing people to bring Christ into our communities is why we spent the first 6 weeks of this year at Gardyne. And it's why we plan to go back there and establish a regular church service starting January 2020 to bring Christ into that community, whilst at the same time continuing with lots of the great work that we're doing in the West End area, to explore new ways and places to do church, to remove the limitations of church being tied to just one building, to create one church, multiple locations, and many different flavours of church that meet the needs of people from different backgrounds and life circumstances across Dundee and the local area. So moving to Gardyne isn't just about going to a nicer building that's more easily accessible with better facilities, although those things are pretty cool. It's part of a bigger plan to reach the people of our city. And we're not just replacing one location for another. We're still going to focus on the West End of Dundee through our St Mark's location, which again is the church that we meet in already, every Sunday. But instead of that being the location of our regular morning service, as we move to Gardyne, we'll use this building to explore new ways to reach different groups of people. Next month, we're going to start a Sunday night service that's going to feel a little bit different to how we usually do church. There's going to be a focus on new people and being an easy point of access for those who are not familiar with church. We're going to talk a lot more about this in the coming weeks as we lead up to our Sunday night service launch. But if you've got any questions or you just want to know more, then come along next week to our West End location, this building, on Sunday night and talk to our team about it. So please get involved and be curious and join in as we try to do this. It's just the beginning. It won't be perfect, but we do believe that these are the right steps to take to see God's kingdom grow in Dundee.